Can I tell you that I just recorded 5 Minute Friday and then I went to go listen to the audio and realized that I recorded 5 Minute Friday with my microphone muted. So we're back. Emily Abadi here. You are listening to 5 Minute Friday on Hurdle, or maybe if you're lucky, you're watching 5 Minute Friday on YouTube. If you are doing the former, click on over to the show notes, subscribe to the YouTube. I love you wherever you get Hurdle, but we're just trying to grow that audience a little bit. So tap, tap, tap on over to the show notes. I am feeling extremely sporadic, as if that no audio in the first recording is any indication. I am leaving for Australia on Monday, and I am going for over a month I'm going to be away from home for over a month, and I am a whole bunch of things. I am excited. I am nervous. I am also very cognizant that I am running a marathon in just over a week. And with that comes all of the phantom pains. My knee yesterday was revolting. I have never had knee pain in any of my running. So we're just taking things one day at a time. I can say that yesterday the knee bugged me. This morning I woke up, I went out, I did my run. It felt fine. So we're just in this stage. This is just how it is now. And I recognize that I am not my thoughts. On that note, something I want to talk about today is that oftentimes motivation follows action. And I bring that up because I have been getting so many messages recently asking me about how I show up regularly, especially with the travel schedule. I am in New York. I am in Portland. I am in Seattle. I am in Vancouver. I am all over the place. And I still have made it such a priority because I know how good I feel when the effort is done to move my body and stick to the training plan for this upcoming Sydney marathon. And each and every time I say two things. The first thing is that often, again, motivation follows action. So if you can have the diligence to be able to put on your shoes and get out the door. I know Jess Sims says this all the time. She was on the podcast last week, and I'll also link that episode in the show notes. Starting is the hardest part. Check done. Once you start, 99% of the time, you're going to stick with whatever you have gotten up and gotten out to do. So motivation follows action. I don't wake up every single day and want to go for a run. I don't wake up every single day and want to go to the gym. I had the best time. I went to the Olivia Dean concert solo on, I think it was Tuesday earlier this week. I bought a ticket at the 24th hour, literally like 14 minutes before the concert started. And I knew going to bed around midnight that night that, you know what, I wasn't going to want to do in the morning? Go to the gym. But I did myself two favors. One, I set my alarm for 7:45, which is dramatically later than I typically naturally wake up in the 5:30 a.m. area. Although I did roll over at 5:30 a.m. I put on my eye mask. I went back to sleep until 7:45. I was elated to get the extra shut eye. And then I just did the things that I usually do before I go to the gym because I know that motivation follows action. The second thing that I say each and every time is that consistency is more important than perfection. So, was that gym session on Tuesday morning after being out until almost midnight the best gym session of my life? Absolutely not. But I went and I did it and I felt better because I showed up for myself. So I'll say it again. Two things. One, motivation follows action. And two, consistency is better than perfection. If you are working hard to be, air quotes, perfect all of the time, I promise you that's going to get in the way of you just showing up, because every day isn't a recipe for for perfection. It isn't. There are going to be things that get in the way. Life happens. And when life happens, you've got to be easy on yourself, okay? Whew. Am I overwhelmed? A little bit. Am I anxious? For sure. Am I going to handle all of it? Can I be those things and still show up and pack for my trip and get myself to the other side of the world? Yes. My listener question for you this week, I want to know what goals you're going after. What is it that you are doing? What actions are you take maybe when the motivation isn't there? What are you showing up for? I want to know. So comment if you're here on YouTube, comment in the YouTube comments below, or you can also comment on Spotify. I read those too. And you can always hit me up over in the DMs. It's over at Hurdle Podcast, and I am over email at hello@hurdle.us. And now I'm going to answer a listener question. I am pulling it up in my flagged emails here. I believe it's about low buns. I know we're really talking life changing stuff here this week. Okay, we have a question on low buns, and the low bun question comes, here we go, from Shay. Shay wants to know, hey, Emily, you rock the low bun like no one I've ever seen do it before. How? You're so sweet. The summers in New York are so no joke, and a low bun is such a simple and very chic hairstyle to stay cool and look great. I've tried and I just can't make it look as good as yours. Would love to hear about your technique and the products you use. Love the show and all that you do. Thank you for everything. Heart emoji. Shay. Shay, you're so kind. My low bun strategy isn't that earth shattering. And the only thing that is a must for my low bun is a product called TG Bed Head Hair Stick. It's like a wax stick. Again, it's called TG. I'll link it in the show notes, TIGI. And I literally just put my hair and do a middle part with a comb, put my hair in a low bun at the nape of my neck. And then I use that stick and a comb and I comb away the flyaways. I didn't start using that wax stick until within the last year or two. And it truly is a game changer. The other thing I will note about if you're putting your hair in a low bun, it should not be wet when you do this. So maybe you're going to do a light workout. You're just going to do a dry shampoo thing. If your hair is still a little bit wet, either from sweat or just it's wet, make sure you dry it or hit it with a blow dryer. That was advice that my hairstylist gave me because it is a style that I do very often. A couple of years ago, we were seeing a bunch of breakage around where I would put my hair in the low bun. And she told me that if the hair is dry, it is less likely to undergo, have that breakage. So yeah, TG Bedhead hair stick, a little bit of hairspray, call it a day. I also am doing like at least 2 hair ties around the bun to get all of the flyaways out of there, but to each her own. Hope this is helpful. And I want to answer so many more of your listener questions. I gave you all of that information. Again, the email to send them in is hello@hurdle.us. You can also comment on Spotify, comment on YouTube, hit me up on socials, get at me. Okay. This is the last time you're going to see me in this space for a while if you're watching on YouTube. So thank you. I'm going to take it on the road. I'm bringing the camera. Don't worry. These aren't going anywhere. The podcast is not going anywhere. Another hurdle conquered. Catch you guys next time.